What's up? I guess it's time for this year's video. Haven't been posting much. I think the last video I made was like 4 months ago, but everything's been going good. Just haven't really been out in the shop at all, so when I don't have car content to make, I'm not gonna just vlog and make shit videos, you know. Everything's been going good on the car. I think the last video I did was assembling the 4AGE. After that video, I went about 2 miles down the road and figured out that the rings were seized in the block, so I had to reassemble the engine again, except for this time tear apart the bottom end, so I had to replace the piston rings and the bearings, so now it has ACL bearings and I forgot what kind of rings. They're just standard replacement, whatever, but so that was kind of a nightmare, you know. Just assembled the engine, and then so to go through the timeline, got the FX16 engine out of the old silver hatchback Corolla that I had, and just put that in here, rear-wheel drive converted it, I thought it'd be fine, and went just down my street and blew the head gasket. So bad that it filled rear 2 cylinders with water. Not good. And then I put a new rebuilt cylinder head on it with a brand new head gasket and brand new head bolts. With the spare engine I got with this car, the purchase of this car as a spare, and I just guessed the rings were gonna be fine, and I had to look at the bearings, they seemed fine, so I figured, you know, it all goes well. But it had been sitting around for a long time, I think probably a little less than a decade, and what happened was the lower 2 rings on the piston got seized. So they're supposed to sweep the oil down back into the crankcase out of the cylinder wall, but they were seized to the piston. So what happened was oil was entering the combustion chamber and just filling up the combustion chamber, and it was burning through the exhaust. So not good. So that means pretty much I ran it for a while just to see if they would kind of unstick. No, they didn't, of course. So yeah, had to take apart the engine again and disassemble it to a bare block and throw a brand new head gasket in it again, as well as head bolts in it again. So I guess that's why I haven't made videos for 4 months. But since then I've put 5,000 miles on this car, so that feels pretty good to say after all those headaches. Anyway, enough talking, listening to me and watching my face move about. I guess we could do a little walk around of the car. So surprise, surprise, it still looks exactly the same. Because, I mean, besides a little bit of dirt, I cleaned these wheels off on this side because 5,000 miles of brake dust in winter weather here. And that's another thing. It is freezing here, so that's what they look like before I just started doing that. Pretty grimy. A lot better, but anyway, I'm going to pull it outside so you guys can get a little better view of it. Still looks exactly the same, except for it's on the ground now and it's running and reliable, although I haven't driven it in about 2 weeks, so we could be getting a pretty cold start here. It's about 30 degrees, my teeth are chattering in this garage. Got some steel wool I was using on the wheels because, see if I can get a little bit of light here. There you go, you can see all that pitting on the top there. I haven't done the top part yet. And on the bottom, that's where I started doing the steel wool. I also did get I believe this is a UCF 21 technically, Lexus LS400 98. So that's been the winter daily, because man, I'm such a pussy in the cold. That's the last thing I want to do on the way home is just freeze to death. So this was my brother's car, but I ended up getting it from him for a pretty good deal, what he bought it for. So it is high miles. I think this just rolled over 234,000 miles. Couple little dents in it here and there. Definitely not perfect, but you know, it is what it is. Guess this is kind of a fleet update too. Gray interior. If I were to have my choice, it definitely would have been black, but I will have this all day, every day, as opposed to tan. So, actually, I'm gonna check the miles on it. I'm kind of curious. almost 234. 233,802. Has not given me a single problem yet. All I've had to do was, out of choice, replace the transmission mount. Just because it was a little disconnected, let's say. And this here that I just walked by is not mine, it's my friend's car. It's an AE86, I believe. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna get a lot of hate from him from that, but I don't know these cars very well, and I can check the VIN plate actually. This is RA64, but I believe it was technically an RA63. I don't know. It's just like the AE86, AE88 debate. But this car is actually in here because it's a little bit nicer to work in a shop. My friend doesn't have access to a garage, so I thought I might as well lend a space to him and possibly make a few videos out of this car. I don't know how long it's going to be here, but it's a pretty cool build idea. It's a manual steering car originally, and it's a pretty cool color. Not the best shape, you know, but neither is my car. Neither are all old Toyotas, but it's actually getting a beams with a 6-speed, so I'm pretty stoked on that. We just did a clutch flywheel on it, and he's gonna come over probably next weekend. Didn't get a chance to this weekend to finish up the timing belt, and I think the ITBs we're gonna put on it are in the trunk, so 20 valve ITBs with excessive adapter and all that good stuff. So panic wiring harness, and this thing should be absolutely rad. And I honestly can't wait for him to get it running, because it's going to be a really, really cool car, and it's going to make me want to beams again. So anyway, that's that. All right, I'm going to shuffle the cars outside and get the 86 running and go for a drive. Right, the cold start. Been about 2 weeks, I would say, just as a guess. Yeah, this thing, when I'm on the freeway at night, there's just a big giant opening on, you know, the front of the grill, and just goes straight to the radiator, so it really doesn't have a good chance to actually warm up, and you know, the heater never gets warm. So, and I'm a giant pussy. No worries. Easy. driving this car. Every time I drive it, it just reminds me how much I love these shitty little cars. Ever since I sold my white coupe, my 20 valve car, I've always really wanted another one. No matter how fast I made my JZ, I always really just wanted another 8.6. Could use more power. Maybe that's another thing to come down the road this summer, but for right now, I'm really enjoying it. It honestly, it doesn't need more power at all. I just like to ruin cars the way I do, but so glad this car kind of fell into my lap. It was super close to me. If you don't know the story, just rewatch the first unveil video or whatever, but yeah, just put around 4,000 or 5,000 miles on it. I can't really remember the exact number. Just went up to the mountains, and I don't know, hopefully the driving footage came out okay. I'm kind of, I don't know, it's just all inside the car, random shots, so we'll see how the footage turns out. Well, I think I'm gonna cut it there. Like I said, my bad for not uploading for 4 months. I just really couldn't be bothered. I wasn't working on car stuff, so naturally I didn't have anything to upload. I can't promise a lot of videos coming soon, but hopefully we could get some videos going on the yellow Celica my buddy has in my garage right now. That is getting the beam swapped, so that should be pretty cool. I like filming with other people. I'm not that good at it, but I think that I'm just more myself when other people are around, and I'm not just talking to a camera lens, which is really hard to do. Anyway, I am gonna go now. It's Monday morning. I got some schoolwork to do, and then I got work tonight. So hopefully I can get this video up and edited. Anyway, I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year, however many holidays I missed. Hope you're all well, but I'll see you hopefully not in 4 months. Bye.